on a scale of like 1 to 10, how much do you miss me right now being in studio?
Ooh, hard-hitting question to start off.
One right answer, Josh.
Solid 8.5.
Okay, that's not the right answer.
What the heck? That's really high. 8.5 is okay. Okay, then we're gonna go a straight 12 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Better answer.
Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome from KCBI. I am Lauree in the afternoons, and it's so fun to have Josh joining me on the Live with Lauree this afternoon. Josh, it looks like you're nestled away in a log cabin somewhere. That looks fantastic. I wish I could be I'm in a closet. A log cabin looks much more better.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm loving our setup right now. We are actually not in a super remote location. We're actually just outside of Fort Worth, and like not even in the woods or anything. It's just at the back of a residential neighborhood, and we're on some land out here, and it's great. It's peaceful.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that we get to be this. And you know how competitive I am.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm loving our setup right now. We are actually not in a super remote location.
Sorry. More audio coming through. Okay.
I guess that's how I sound.
Okay, so today is really fun. If you were just joining us online, hello, welcome to the Live with Lauree. We have got a special guest today, and you know how competitive I am. If you've watched any of the Lolo on the Go-Go or Lolo You Should Know, I like to win. Confirm. And today I thought, what better person to compete against than another Austin. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, from KCBI, the one and only singer, you know him from Freedom Hymn or Born Again, Mr. Austin French.
Hey, let's go.
How's it going?
Welcome, Austin. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. Now, when we say here, Josh is in a log cabin. I'm in a closet. You look like you've got a little bit of room there, but what state are you in?
I'm in Tennessee. We live near Nashville, Tennessee here.
Okay. And is this a closet? Is this, I see a piano, I see a couch or a bed.
The biggest closet ever. This is our living room, and our kids are in the playroom upstairs. So I am down here with some peace and quiet for a minute.
Nice. Well, we are going to get to just more what's going on with your music in just a little bit. But Austin, we have not met I don't know if we've met in person before. So this is kind of an introduction. I like to compete.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a competitive person? Did you play sports, or are you competitive just in general?
Yeah, I'm pretty competitive myself.
Perfect.
So I am.
Good answer. Good answer.
Well, I haven't come together and hobbled together some arts and crafts crown or something like ribbon that I can give to you. But at the end of this, one of us will be crowned in the Battle of the Austins, the most awesome Austin.
Let's do it.
It's a thing. And I do have to say, if you are watching right now from KCBI and you're like, isn't there another Austin at KCBI? Yes, there is. The big kahuna, the boss, Matt Austin, who is my boss, no relation at all. I'm not a daughter-in-law or anything like that. But I gave Austin Matt Austin the ability to join this competition, and he bowed out. So he's going to take the bronze. We're down to gold and silver. Okay?
All right.
So, producer Josh.
Yes.
You have prepared a competition for us.
Okay, so we decided we're going to do Battle of the Austins. Today we're going to find out the superior Austin at the end of the day. But first and foremost, any game show, you have to have a buzzer or a noisemaker of any kind, because things can get heated in the middle of battle. So I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds. I want you guys just to find something around you that makes noise or you believe you can answer incorrectly with. So 15 seconds. Let's start now. Boom! Wow. Point off the top.
Oh, yeah. I'm just ready.
You know what? That's dad life right there.
Dad life.
Man, I'm about to actually, fun fact, I will be joining you on Team Dad here in a couple months. My wife's 8 months pregnant right now.
No way.
Yeah, man. So it is Thank you so much. Yeah, it's coming quick. So it's almost there. Almost time for no sleep.
Yep, and these hang just all these little toys everywhere. And
Perfect.
great.
Okay, so I know what I'm in for. Austin, so we have a toy guitar, of course, the most official.
Puppy guitar.
Perfect. And then Lauree, what did you bring to the table?
I brought a hair straightener. It's actually because there's a bathroom. It's actually still hot, so it was plugged in from earlier. So
Yeah, watch your hands, please.
there's my noise maker. All right, I'm ready to win.
We both have them. We have 8 questions on the table, and our topics today have to do with all things Austin. And so we're going to be breaking down into 2 categories. 2 things about the city of Austin, or the first category is about the city of Austin. And then our next category is going to be famous Austins. How are you guys feeling coming off the top?
I mean,
Austin friends, don't feel intimidated that we live in Texas, because just because we live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area does not mean that I know anything about Austin, Texas. So
no, I feel good. I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Great.
Perfect. All right, let's do this. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so first thing, what is the city of Austin's slogan? Austin French.
Keep Austin weird.
Keep Austin weird. Point 1. Austin French.
That should have been mine. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and we compete with Austin, Texas. Who came up with it? Dang it.
All right, man. Fair? Austin French coming out of the gate. Austin, where are you originally from?
I am from Cordele, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, so as a Georgia boy, I mean, he's taking it.
I'm far away from Austin, Texas, and I still got that.
Yeah. Okay. Second question: which university is based in Austin? Lauree.
Is that the Longhorns or is that the Shaka?
That is not the right hand sign. UT. UT is correct. Hook 'em horns.
Oh, hook 'em.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm new to Texas, Austin.
We're doing all right. Okay, so tied up 1-1. 1-1. Next question. What popular music festival takes place in Austin? Lauree, do you know?
South by Southwest.
That is correct. South by Southwest. And it's not only a music festival, it's popular film, media festival, all in general. I actually probably would have taken another answer as well, because they have a festival called Austin City Limits that takes place there as well. So either one probably would have been
what I was thinking of.
Austin City Limits. I would have taken it for sure. So Lauree, up 2-1. We got one more question left in the Austin City category. 4th question.
Pause him out. Austin French, how many times have you been to Austin, Texas?
Once.
Okay.
Once.
Me too. Just once.
Yeah. Look, it's an even playing field, except for you live in Texas. But I'm not.
Trust, I can vouch that doesn't
it's a really big state.
That doesn't even mean a whole lot. But okay, so 4th question in the Austin category: which sandwich shop is considered the Austin Eatery? This one's going to be a little bit tough.
Oh,
Lauree.
Schlotzsky's.
Let's go, Lauree. Yeah, that's right. I didn't expect you to get it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay.
Josh.
Yeah, Schlotzsky's is the right answer.
Wow.
Sandwich shop opened up in 1971. So after the first category, Lauree up 3-1, took an early lead, even though Austin jumped out to the with the first point. Rallied with 3 straight.
I would just like to say too, if you are watching right now online, we have got Austin French with us. You know his music, you love it here at KCBI. I am Lauree Austin. Not everybody knows that, but that's my last name. So we're doing a little battle of the Austins right now. And Rusty, thanks for joining us. Jennifer, thanks for joining us, and everybody else. If you have got questions to add to this Austin battle, like tiebreakers, then you just include them in the comments, okay?
Hopefully we'll get to a tiebreaker. That'd be nice.
I think we
will.
do it. I think we can do it. Okay, so finished up with the first round, which is things that all have to do with the city of Austin. As we move into the second round, this is famous Austins. So
Okay.
people who are of notability that have something really in common with you guys, and that's the name of Austin. So right off the top, first guy, he's a wrestler. Austin French.
All right, are we talking like in the name? Or
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's in his name.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
My guy. My guy.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Can I give you a side on this?
Austin.
My uncle is Steve Austin.
No.
Wait, the Steve Austin or
Well,
a
that's the
Austin?
distinction, okay? So funny story, when I just had my wedding 6 months ago, I told my friends when they were going, I'm like, well, my uncle's Steve Austin. And they're like, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I just kept saying, yeah, my uncle's Steve Austin. And they thought literally that they were going to be sitting next to Stone Cold Steve Austin at my wedding. They were
In his
very
cut off jorts and his leather vest. It would have been so good.
I know.
It would have been so good. So we are now 3-2. Lauree Austin's up, but it could be here. Let's see. Okay. Second question. Second famous Austin. This lady, she's an author. Oh, what do you got?
Jane Austen.
Jane Austen. I didn't even have to finish the question. Austin French. I'm impressed.
I just heard lady. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
Lauree Austin. So
With a late entrance. She wasn't even originally on the board, but yeah, so she's the author of Pride and Prejudice a long time ago.
wow, my heart is like pounding.
Tied up 3-3.
Competition.
We caught up. All right.
I did not wear my stress response deodorant for this. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so this one right here, this kind of takes it back to some Texas history. I know. This guy, he is deemed the father of Texas, and he's also the founder of Texas. Fun fact, there's a school in Texas named after him. Lauree?
Okay. Is his name Stephen Austin? But it's a Stephen with a PH?
It is not a Stephen with a PH, but his name is Stephen Austin. There's a middle initial, and I'm going to give it to you, but
Stephen A. Austin.
it is not A. Austin. It is Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, Stephen F.
Is
Austin.
that the university that's up north?
No.
No.
I feel like a bad Texan right now. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think it's in Nacogdoches, which give me a second. We're doing live.
Right.
Great town name right there.
Can you pronounce that?
Say it one more time.
Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches.
Nacogdoches. Yeah.
Never played a show in Nacogdoches, but
yeah, it's
I
one of
don't
those.
think I ever.
Yeah. So Austin, one of the
Valerie
things we did.
confirms it. Valerie confirms it's in Nacogdoches.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Valerie.
perfect.
So does Jennifer. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
so awesome. One of the fun things that we did earlier this year, since Lauree is not originally from Texas, I thought we'd kind of make her an honorary Texan or officially one. And so one of the things that Texas is popular for is just the amount of towns that look one way or look like it's spelled one way and it's pronounced just totally different. So that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Lauree?
Well, if you want to laugh at yourself, then yeah, I can watch that again. But yes, all right, I'm going. Let's go. Let's finish this off. Let's see.
Okay, last one. This is the last one in this category. So we are now up 4-3, Lauree. Okay, so this guy, he's a movie character. And his famous catchphrase, yeah, baby. Austin French.
Austin Powers, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
So we're now
All right.
4-4. 4-4 at the end of 2 rounds. And this was actually the reason I added this very last question was for this moment. And we're just gonna put it on the table. Who is KCBI's favorite Austin? That was pretty much at the same time. I'm gonna allow you both to answer. What do we got?
Guys' favorite Austin would be Lauree Austin.
Lauree, do you have a?
This is a hard one to answer because I was always taught in middle school, like elections, that you should always vote for yourself. Because if you don't have the confidence for class positions and to
Wow.
vote for yourself, then you shouldn't. So I can't. I have to believe that I'm the favorite Austin.
You believe that you are the favorite Austin?
I'm voting for myself because I want to win. Is that bad? Is that bad? Is that winning at all
So
costs?
so close, Lauree. The answer we were
Let
looking
me,
for is
let me vote for the person that signs my paychecks. Matt Austin.
yeah. The answer was Matt Austin,
Ah.
or we were gonna go with Austin French because we love Austin. He's one of our favorites
There's
up here at
too
the
many
station.
favorites.
So many favorite Austin.
I approach that in a humble way, and
Listen, God will honor you for that. God,
And
there's
I
a
felt good about
special
that.
place.
I receive
And
that.
I will give up my trophy to you. And so, Austin French, I present to you the first ever Most Awesome Austin recipient, to Austin French.
Take that, grab that. It's in my heart now.
There you go. There you go. Competition. Well, Austin, thank you for playing along. Obviously, taking the trophy home when you're away, when you're the away team that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Tell us, Austin, jump forward right now. Tell us what life is like in quarantine. We're kind of like a month into this. And so how are you surviving the monotony or just kind of the ordinariness of what we're all experiencing right now? Is that even a thing? Or tell us a little bit about what's going on with you and your family.
Yeah, our normal was really weird beforehand. So like I am gone 3 to 4 days a week on the road, and then I'm home 3 to 4 days sometimes a week. So now I've been home for over a month, and it's like I get to be the dad I never get to be. So that's been really beautiful. But then also it's like I have 3 kids under 4 years old at our house. And so it's like, oh, yeah. Some people are like, oh, this is kind of like a vacation. I'm like, can I send my kids over to your vacation? It's just like, so that's been fun. But no, it really has been a really sweet time to kind of be the husband and the dad that I don't normally get to be all the time. So yeah, I'm a full like stay-at-home dad at the moment, and I'm loving it.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure that your wife is appreciating just the extra hands and probably appreciating you stepping into this and having a deeper level of appreciation for her and what she probably does on those 3 or 4 days that you're not on the road. So all in all, it's a good learning. Yeah. I was reading yesterday that I think it's something like 53% of parents have admitted to hiding in their cars during quarantine. Have you hidden in your car at all?
I'm not hidden in my car, but my prayer closet gets a good visit every day. So
a little extra attention.
Daddy's praying. Daddy's praying. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, tell us what you're creating, because as an artist, as somebody that loves to do music, like what I love about this quarantine is we're just seeing creativity like popping up all over the place. And I have to believe that there's something bubbling up or kind of emerging for you in this season of quarantine. What's that going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm writing more songs probably than ever just because I'm here, and like it's a moment for me to slow down and really process what we've lived through and what we're living through and what to expect ahead of us. So creativity wise, that's kind of what we're doing. I'm writing a lot of songs, and then also like I think the thing that really hit me at the beginning of this quarantine was the first like 2 days I was in like freak out mode. I was like, my life has changed. Like, who am I? What am I? Like, what do I do? Like, and the Lord kind of spoke to me. It's like, look, you feel like you're only supposed to share the gospel when people are paying to come see you at a concert. And it was like kind of this like gut punch of like, no, like I'm a believer whether I'm quarantined in my house or not, you know? And so I've been able to go to Instagram and Facebook and do Facebook lives of just reading the Bible with people. And it's been really cool. So yeah, I've been doing more like social media was not, I still don't think it's my like forte, but it's always been kind of the back burner for me, but now it's the way to connect with the world. that, you know, or
Yeah.
even my neighbor that I can't get 6 feet from, you know, right now. So it's like, yeah, it brings us all closer in a deeper way. So I've been able to get more creative with sharing the gospel even, you know, so it's been really cool.
Austin, I actually have a question for you real quick. For you, at least, what have you, at least during this quarantine period, what have you seen that is probably, I mean, obviously it's been a tough transition for all of us. What do you think has been the toughest thing? But as well, what have you seen through this quarantine that's been really beautiful just in society and things that maybe you've experienced personally?
Everybody expected to be quarantined with their family, like with their kids, their wife, but no one really prepared me to be quarantined with myself. And I'm learning more about myself than I ever thought I could. And so it's so easy, and it was so easy for me to get busy and do so many things before quarantine happened. And so now I'm trapped inside of my house, and I'm learning more about myself. God's been changing me in beautiful ways. And yeah, I think that's been something I didn't expect to happen. That's happened. And then the beautiful thing that I see happening is just the bond. Like I have a 4-month-old baby girl, and 2 weeks after she was born, I hit the road for the biggest tour I've ever done. We were on Winter Jam this year, and so it was super, like every weekend, 4 shows, and so I was gone a lot. And so when that tour got canceled and ended about 32 shows in, I get to be like there in these sweet moments I thought I was going to miss. And so I'm watching her do things for the first time and almost saying dada before mama, and like all these really beautiful things that I don't know if I would have been able to see. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm really grateful, is just to be part of the moments I was didn't even really know I was going to be missing.
So cool.
What are some of the stories that you have heard from people that love your music, the songs that have really resonated with them in this time? Has there been a story that just stands out of like, wow, God, you used my song to encourage somebody in this time?
Yeah, this is, here, let me just play a little bit of it real quick.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get them
I have a song called Freedom Hymn, and I wrote that for the recovery community. So me and my wife lived in a town in Florida that was the capital of the world for recovery. And so we were surrounded by recovering addicts, drug addicts, and alcoholics, and all these different people who had addictions. And I wrote the song Freedom Hymn for the Celebrate Recovery that I was leading worship at every Monday night. And just for these guys that were struggling, but they had found Jesus. And so I was watching all this baggage that they were ashamed of in the past be redeemed for something good. And they were starting to tell their story, and it became like an anthem. And so like something that changed people's lives, not ashamed people for their life. And so this Freedom Hymn song I wrote for that reason. And then that's what I think about when I sing it every night on stage. It's like, oh, let's break the chains of addiction over your life. Like, come on, like accept the gospel, let the sun set you free. And then I had this little old lady one night in Tulsa, Oklahoma, come up to me. She was the last person in the venue. And she comes up to me and she's like, can I just share a testimony about your song? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And she says, this is probably not normally what you hear about this song, but my grandson passed away about 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh man, like my heart was broken. She's like, yeah, he had a stroke like at 15 and was just kind of knocked out and kind of paralyzed from it, and was in ICU till the moment he died. But he said that song Freedom Hymn was his favorite song before getting like having a stroke. And so they played it every day, and he was able to communicate the fact that he was like, mom, to his grandma, who was kind of like his mom. He was like, mom, I have a freedom hymn still. Like, on my last breath, I'm not going to be bound by any more chains. Like, I'm going to be able to walk again and talk again and be better than I ever have been before. And so he died, and it was his last request that they played that song at his funeral. Because they didn't want to remember him for the ICU room that he was stuck in. They wanted to remember him by the beautiful freedom that he had now in heaven. And so I was just like squalling like a baby and like just hugging this older lady in Tulsa, Oklahoma after everybody left, just sobbing with her. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And it's beautiful because God takes these songs that we write for one reason, and
Yeah.
he does immeasurably more than we could ever hope or dream with. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be a part of that.
I love that. And I just think that we have no idea, you know, how everybody is listening to every single song, and that God blessed you in that moment, has blessed you lyrically and musically to be able to bring that song to life, and given you people around you, and just, you know, what it leads us all into, these songs. I mean, I'm sitting in my closet every single day right now, and I'm listening to these songs. I'm listening to your songs, Austin, and I'm taken into a deeper place of worship, or I'm taken into a place of just recognition of who God is and the freedom that he has come to bring to us, you know. And so I'm so thankful for musicians like you, for just bringing your gift to the world, to us. And as people are listening here at KCBI, they are blessed and they are reminded of who God is. And so thank you.
I'm grateful to be a part of it. And I couldn't do this without people like you guys playing these songs in places that I've maybe never been, or places I can't be at the moment, you know? And that's the beautiful thing about what we do, is that we're sending out something that reaches beyond our hands and our feet. It's into people's ears, and hearts, and lives. And so, yeah, I need that now. And I'm glad that people are listening, you know?
Well, if you are listening right now, if you are Facebook Live, if you've got any questions for Austin, make sure that you put them down below. We've got a couple moments left. Austin, what has been something that has just like encouraged you that you could pass along? Something that's just kind of a nugget that has been important to you in your career or in this time and season?
I was in 8th grade. I had just gotten saved, and I went to Winter Jam, actually, in Greenville, South Carolina. And I looked at what was happening, and music was always like something I wanted to do, but I never dreamed it would ever happen. And I looked at my mom, who took me to Winter Jam, and I remember the Newsboys were playing. And in between one of their talking moments, I turned to my mom and said, I think I want to do this one day. Like, I think I want to be a Christian artist. I think that's what I want to do. And she looked at me. She looked at me and she said, that's awesome, but you need to learn to be faithful with where you're at. And, you know, it took 13 years later for me to play Winter Jam for the first time this year. And I think even in this quarantine, it's like, oh, I can't wait till it gets over, or I'm going to be the best me once this thing's over. How about the moment you have today to be faithful with where you're at? God is good in today, not just what he can do for us later. And there's a beautiful gift that we've been given right now to be faithful with. So I live my life that way ever since my mom told me that in 8th grade. And that's something I'm still holding on to.
The word.
Mama wisdom, man. There is something so good about that. Okay, so Austin, when you shared that, it just triggered something in me. And I know a lot of people right now, their summer mission trips have been canceled. And I think that there's this tendency in missions to like, I want to go to like on the mission trip. And it's like a very like going to Europe or going to different parts of the world, like kind of a little bit like mission tourism at least. And I just think about that, what your mom shared with you of like, listen, we can go to the far-flung corners of the earth, which look very cool on Instagram, but if we're not faithful to share the gospel right here, to walk across the street to our neighbor, you know, like who cares about going across the world? Like it's just the faithfulness of this moment. And I don't know why that connection point to me, but I love that wisdom from your mom. It's so true. And I love that you've lived that out and been reminded of that as well. I think a lot of people will be encouraged, just be like, wow, look where he was. How many places where we are at the bottom of whatever the mountain is that we're looking at. Like, wouldn't it be cool? You don't just get a gondola lift up there. Is that a thing? You don't get a jetpack. You can't go there.
Get creative.
Well, when this is all done, what's the first thing that you're going to be doing? Releasing music, jumping back on the road? What would that look like for you that people can look forward to seeing if they follow you on social media or anything?
Sure. I think I'm going to hug someone that's not my family, you know, like just be like, hey, I don't know you, but you want to hug? Yeah, I think that would be great. And then also, yeah, I miss the road so much, and I miss doing what we do. And so, yeah, new music is coming at the end of this thing, hopefully. and yeah, hopefully still touring and sharing the gospel the way we love to get to do. So
Austin, I so get that, man, because so yesterday was my first day out of quarantine, and I shook somebody's hand yesterday, and I was like, that was like a weirdly emotional experience for me, because my wife was like, what's going on? I was like, you have to remember, I haven't touched another human in like 3 weeks, so this is a big deal.
I'm looking forward to shaking someone's hand, or just, a high five.
Yeah.
That's not my children.
Oh, yeah. The whole world is gonna like get recontaminated. I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Let's contaminate the world.
I'm willing to go that way. Well, Austin, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. If people want to look you up and find you, where's the social media places or your website where they can find you at and find more of your music?
For sure. Just look me up, Austin French Music, and austinfrenchmusic.com. All those good things. So
fantastic.
Cool.
Well, to everybody from KCBI, thank you guys for joining us this afternoon, and we will be back with another Live with Lauree. But today, the award goes for the Battle of the Austins to Austin French, the most awesome Austin, from the second place, Austin. Thanks so much for being with us today, Austin.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
Ciao. Bye.